Did you hear any leak on what our big announcement might be today? Okay,
Scavenger hunt.
Hush you? Oh, you can. Guaranteed.
LOL, I promise it wasn't Ken. I caught it on your story from in front of D&D.
Oh.
That scavenger hunt slip on there.
Did I? Damn it. Ken is absolved of guilt. His toes on my phone. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of the Murphy Street Podcast. My name is Murphy. I'll be your host. Joining me, as always, my man to my right, Bronson.
What's up?
To my left, CeeLo.
How's it going?
Now, rules of Murphy Street are simple and always the same. Shoes and slippers at the door. Come inside and let's talk story. Wait, first of all, are you guys always... Is Bronson normally on this side?
I never knew.
That didn't feel right. That's
Yeah,
right.
usually at your place I'm on the right.
Right? Yeah. Bronson, stop looking.
Sorry.
Man. First of all, follow us on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is Murphy Street Productions. And also make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you're notified every single time that we do a video drop. You don't want to miss, especially with all of this stuff coming up. You don't want to miss anything. All right, so the first thing that we want to talk about this evening is the first annual Spring Break Collector Show. On the flyer, there was Pokemon, there was Kobe Bryant, we see Black Panther, we see Bryce Harper. I think that's who that is.
And Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, well, that was the Pokemon. But yes, to me, the collector's show to me tells me that there's going to be a variety of different things to try and appease the main sectors of collectorism. I did get word beforehand that it was run by...
Card community?
Right, the card community. Yes, thank you very much. But Bronson, let me get your take on how you liked it.
It definitely wasn't what I'm used to. When I hear collector show, I envision collectibles.
Right.
Genuine collectibles.
Right. Yes.
So I get what you're saying as far as the advertisement part
Thank
of
you.
it. I do agree with the fact that it should have been maybe worded differently.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it could have been like card and collectibles.
Right.
Cards, sports, and collectibles, or something like that. Because honestly, the only person that was there with collectibles.
Yeah, was that guy Tucker
Was that-
Togioi? Yeah, so shout out to Tucker. Thank you very much for being there for us figures collectors.
Yeah, his booth, I would say, had a lot of traffic.
It did.
Being that it was the only collectibles.
Yeah.
Literally the only collectibles booth there.
So Tucker kind of monopolized the first annual Spring Break Collector Show, and again, another reason why that's bad marketing.
But once I heard he was going to be there, I already knew he was going to have
Right, his stuff.
Hot Wheels, Funkos, Star Wars, you name it.
He was killing on the Hot Wheels sales.
Yeah, he was. It was, like I said, it wasn't something that I was not used to.
CeeLo.
But yeah.
All right, let's try and set that up again. The event itself, I will say, was a little misleading in the fact that we thought it would be more tiered to different types of collectors. It was really mainly a very heavy dose of card collectors. And in all honesty, I can't necessarily say that it wasn't, because there was a comic book vendor. There was a gentleman off to the far right that had sold autographed jerseys.
Memorabilia.
Right, memorabilia. That would be probably the best way to encompass all of it. But I will say that, man, if that was kind of your bag, if that's what you were really into, you would have found some good deals. I have to admit that, we found some great deals. I can tell you that I was able to get a couple holograms that I wanted from my old the Marvel card set. So I got the Silver Surfer hologram and the
That
Green
booth
Goblin.
was pretty on fire. Too.
Yeah.
You were looking at your own thing. I was looking at my own.
Yeah,
stuff.
we were kind of raking it, and so that was actually Lance and his friend's booth.
I picked up a few Japanese Pokemon cards.
Oh.
I feel like I shouldn't say it because I feel
Why?
like if I say it,
Oh, then you
people
gotta-
might go. Anyways,
Oh,
I'll
don't
just
be
say
greedy, Bronson.
No, so everybody's been capitalizing on the newer Pokemon stuff, but for me personally, I am an original OG Pokemon fan.
Yeah, you're OG, triple OG.
Like OG meaning Japanese cards, everybody's all about PSA this, PSA that. But for me, it's always the original stuff. And one of the cards I picked up was Sabrina flipping the bird. So there's a few cards out there. I'm not saying exactly which ones I'm gonna look for, but
Can I say the one that you told me about? Bronson said that there's a Naked Misty trainer card.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I brought it.
Wasn't that bad, I don't
It's
think.
not that bad.
It
but
was
it's
more, what do you call that?
it's suggestive.
Exactly right. I was going to say
Suggestive.
insistive. Thank you. It was suggestive. But let me ask you this. Is the Naked Misty card, is she really naked?
She is naked, yeah.
Why?
Well, like it's a silhouette
Because
of
it's
her
Japanese.
body, but she's definitely not wearing the top.
I need
But
to
she's
find
like
this.
like it's a side profile.
Guys on the highlights.
So she's like
on.
this, and then imagine this as Star You.
Yeah.
She's like this, and you can
Oh,
see her
I
the silhouette
see.
of her tatas.
What?
Yeah. There's another card also of there's like a Nazi symbol in one of them.
Goodness.
Yeah, these are all trainer cards, by the way.
Was it Nazi or the Buddhist symbol?
It's the Buddhist symbol, but then of course
Because there's a difference.
Right.
I have completed the McDonald's Hollow set. Yes, I have.
We had a decent time. What would you grade it?
Letter grade, I'll give it a D. Sorry, but I think
harsh.
it's really-
You're a savage.
Like, okay,
I like it.
You
Pick
walk.
stuff up and had fun, and you're like, gee.
Yeah. I love it.
I mean, I was.
That's who I roll with, CeeLo.
I took
Okay.
away specifically for collectibles.
That's
not,
right.
You know,
I would give it.
I mean, I saw the potential there. They had potential.
They did. They had a
No doubt about
stage
it.
and everything. Yeah. But I will say that I would give it a C minus. Mainly because for the crowd that I think they were meaning to cater to, I just think they missed the mark on their one marketing piece of advertisement here. I think they just missed it. I think they missed the mark on that.
I think you're right though. The name of the event plays a big thing, because if they had maybe directed a little bit more towards the card community and then maybe said and other collectibles
Right,
on
which
the
is
bottom,
what Bronson
they could
suggested.
have probably drawn even more people there.
Or just be like shout out to Brian Tiano and From the Heart of Hawaii with AlohaCon. That's such a great name. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all encompassing. And if you want to know more, then obviously you go in and ask more.
Mhm.
This right here is very suggestive. It says it's a collector's show. So if you're a collector, you should feel like, okay, I should be able to go in there and find something. I'm really happy that I found the holograms. I wasn't necessarily looking for them. Happy that I found that.
The other
instead.
thing, it could be they just didn't get like the vendors that they thought they might.
You're
Maybe
like
like it was on short notice where they.
Well, they sold out. What I did hear is that they sold out the tables.
Oh, they did.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't
The room
think
was pretty small. Like it was probably as big
I
as-
also said that as well. Remember
probably
before we
as
went
big
in
as
there,
the house, or-
I told you
Yeah.
that there was no opportunity for social distancing
Oh
if
yeah,
you did
it
not
was
feel
crowded in there.
comfortable. Like you were just shoulder to shoulder with people, even though it was a half an hour line wait.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Make a Wish, who had a really good looking table downstairs to bid on stuff. But I do think that the people that were there were giving out good deals. We also met a pretty cool cat in line, Richard, I can't remember his last name, but he showed us his PSA 10 Zion Williamson 1-of-1 autograph.
Briefcase.
Yeah, and I dig the fact that, there was more than one person in line that actually brought their things there to trade. It seems like the trading aspect of trading cards is starting to get a revamp, because I know back in the day, trading wasn't very prevalent. Like, you never came to a toy show expecting to trade. We're talking about these guys are trading, and this is probably the best way to trade. They're trading PSA graded cards for each other, right? So you don't have to worry about damaging it. You know kind of the value of it, and you're getting what you feel is a fair trade for it. So, I mean, absolutely, maybe that's why it's able to thrive now.
I appreciate the fact that it was free. So like,
Right, yeah,
I mean,
and-
they could have charged like what $10 entry and.
Yes, yeah. So I will say that. Yeah, very good. Thank you very much for bringing that up, because I do appreciate the fact that it was free. So, off the heels of AlohaCon, off the heels of the first annual Spring Break Collectors Show, what are we looking forward to next?
For me, like I would love to see the Blaisdell Collector Show.
Right.
If it's the Hawaii one, or if it's just the toy collector show, like,
Right.
I would love to see that. Or
Yeah.
even the one at Ala Moana.
Good point.
That for me was like one of the highlights of the year.
I'm curious how this year's San Diego Comic Con, I know it's virtual again.
Sure.
I'm hoping Disney
Has a presence.
has a presence
Uh-huh.
in there this year, because so much is coming out this year for
Did you
Disney,
even say
Marvel,
anything about
Star Wars.
D23
Right.
at this point?
Not yet.
No?
That's why I'm curious to see if they're actually going to have a presence. I know they had their investors meeting, which they announced
Right.
a lot, but I'm hoping we get a lot more specifics.
For me personally, like especially after having experienced AlohaCon, being on with Hot Actor, Rebel, and BT, I'm looking forward to hopefully another designer toy show. I become a really big fan of like the tech work. I also like 7 Sketches, Sad Panda.
Yeah.
Elusive Arts had this really cool, really simple guy called Drippy, but I'd love to see the next evolution of that. Of course, Hot Actor, man, that guy came out with the Raw Man. That Raw Man is so fire. So
Super
fire.
detailed when you showed it to
Super
me.
detailed.
You know what I also really liked?
What's that?
The little Yasha guy.
Yasha, oh yeah, the
His-
Aloha shirt.
But all of them in general, it's just I want them, but it's going to be a horrible collecting to get into.
Yeah.
I'm happy and I'm sad at the same time that I couldn't make it. But the good thing is I wasn't there to like spend a lot of money. But I really think if I had been there, I probably would have done that.
Here's the thing. So Hot Actor is Rebel. He's the one who put out Ramen. And I love, and I said this in I think our piece, our podcast last time, that I love the thought that goes into this, because Hot Actor is a great example of somebody who put an amazing detail and thought into his piece. Not only the piece, but the curated experience of the packaging. He did a retro Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle packaging, which would be dope in and of itself. But my man went even farther and allowed it and made it so that you can open the package and display it if you want, and then eventually put it back in the package. From a collector standpoint experience, I got to see all of these toys, even though I was a big fan of the Fluff Riot Sakura, because she came in like this beautiful silk looking sack. And some of the other pieces as well, but his had to be my favorite, because you know it kind of like called up to all the different elements of the things that I like. But all right, you guys, let's move on before I talk everybody's ear off. It is time for what's on my table. What we're going to show you today is this fantastic 14-pack of Easter eggs. And so for you guys that might not have heard, we are going to have a first ever Murphy Street scavenger hunt. We are hoping will be something fun. We're gonna go around and we are going to show you some of these pieces. So first, Darth Vader. We got a Stormtrooper. We got Han Solo. We got this dope Boba Fett. Actually, that might be my favorite one of all these eggs. We're gonna show the Princess Leia, Master Yoda. What exactly are we going to be doing? Why are we showing you this for our what's on our table tonight? We are going to be stashing these eggs somewhere all throughout the island. This drop will begin March 21st, because Easter this year is April 4th. So our first drop will be March 21st, and it'll go all the way until April 3rd, I believe. What can you possibly win in this scavenger hunt? Well, what will be in the egg? So you will find the egg. You will open said egg. And in the egg, you will find one candy, but also most importantly, the Murphy Street Band. We'll put the instructions all up in the post. There will be a post a day, pretty much, for those 14 days. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to share the story post, you'll have to comment on the post, tagging somebody. And in order to be able to try for the for the golden egg, you will have to have at least done or participated in one. You don't have to have won one, but you at least have to have tried to participate in one. So next week, Sunday's Murphy Street podcast, we will talk about our first drop. We will not tell you where it is. As you can see, we try to appeal to everybody. For instance, we got this Funko. We also got this for the card collector community. Of course, we got some Star Wars stuff here. We got my man here because I love street art, I love Marvel. We got ourselves a CanBot. And in case you missed the drop, my man Pancho Obalos had this dope Bo-Katan shirt. The size large in dark heather. Right here, also for the Transformer community. Once again, we will put the post up so that you guys know exactly how it is that you go about getting it. I can tell you that it'll involve commenting and tagging somebody. It'll involve sharing that post. It'll involve showing proof that you got the egg, got the band. So I want you to wear the wristband. I want you to take a picture of it. Again, we're trying our best to appease the majority of just collectors in general. We would love to get the eyes and attention of everybody. So you will see more from us as we go on. Make sure that you guys follow us on Instagram. You can find my guys at Bronx.
_toybox. That's my hobby page.
Hobby page. My man.
CT96707.
You can find me at Murphy Street 808. That is MURPHYSTREET 808. Make sure you guys catch up with us next week. But other than that, you guys, don't forget your slippers. Aloha.